everybody, welcome back. Devin, the OG, the original Grognard, and we're back here at the table, and we are continuing our playthrough of Goblin, Dwarf Star Games, 1982. We've completed 2 turns already, and so we're going to go ahead and step into the third turn. Let's move the cube up, and we are going to be stepping into the Goblin's turn, so they do movement first. So let's just go ahead and start down here at the south and work our way up. Looks like we've got some feudal units here. Now, technically, you're not supposed to look at what's in a stack, and since I don't remember, and I'm not allowed to look in there, I have no idea what's in there. So but we've got 3 guys stacked with Argbag, 3 guys with Grinfar, and I think 4 with Phoenix. I think he lost one. No, he didn't lose one. Somebody lost one. Anyways, all right, so let's go ahead and take our bag. Got 10 movement points. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get them locked in there pretty good. So if we force a retreat, then they're going to have to move through zones of control. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just move him right there like that. That's good. Let's go ahead and take a look up here. We did have one unit that was forced to retreat. Kazbosh, and he's got 3 units with him. His B class units, his C class morale only retreated 3 hexes. His B class morale routed, so they're still stacked with him. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2. What is Rolling Hills and Open Woods? 2 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's pick up those guys and stick them back here. Yeah, Kazbosh did lose one. One of the B-class units disintegrated from the retreat. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. Instead of going through the mountains or the hills, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't look at what's in the stack, but I can look at the hex there. And okay, we'll go there. And then these guys will go. No, you know what? Let's go ahead and just be a little bit risky and do multiple attacks. And then the king all the way up here. Well, he's going for the Abbey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And he's going to try to smash through those troops quickly as he can, because you got to remember, we're going to start seeing the Baron possibly show up this turn. So we got to make sure that we get the Abbey's loot and get him out of there before the Baron shows up. All right, so let's go ahead and start down south with our attacks. It's the Goblin turn. First is, just to make sure procedurally we're doing it correct, Feudal Missile Phase. All right, so defenders get to shoot first. So they've got 4, 8, 12. Well, they've got a respectable amount of missile troops there. So 12, and who are they going to fire at? Let's see. Argheb is in the forest. Grimfear is in the fields, and Philnock is in clear. Okay, obviously we're going to shoot at the one who's in the clear, just because less modifiers that way. So we've got 12. 12 ranged. We can roll the 6. That's not good. So 12 on a 6, and there's no modifiers. Nothing. Absolute worst we could have rolled for the feudal player in that situation. Leaders there, but leaders don't provide any modifiers to missile fire. All right, so now we have Argheb, Phillock, and Gramfear. Let's add up theirs. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That's right. Philnock has no missile units. So we've got 18 missile units from the units with Argheb and Gramfear. And we go ahead and take a look over here. Argheb's units is right here. 3, 6, 9. Gramfear, 18. So 18, and they are in a Hamlet, so it is +2 on the missile roll. So we get a d6 +2. We rolled a 5, which is going to be a 7. 7 versus the 18 is, oh, look at that. There actually is a result. It is a 3. Anything with armor class 3 has to make a morale check. So let's see. There's a 3, a 2, and a 2. Okay, so one guy has to make a morale check. Unfortunately, Robert Keith does not have a morale modifier to it, so it's just going to be a straight-up morale check. We rolled a 1. That's not good. 1 with a C morale is a rout. So they're going to retreat 10 hexes. And let's see. Is there... There's... Oh, there is an... Okay, so... Let's go 1. And that puts them within 1 hex of zone of control. 2, 3, and then they're just going to route up here. However, since they went through, or since they routed, we've got to roll against their armor. 3 or less, they're dead. However, they moved through a enemy zone of control. So that's a -1 for each zone of control they move through. So that is going to be a 4 or less, and they are destroyed. And they make it. Nope, they're dead. Well, you know, they're just village militia. What do you expect? All right, so then it's Goblin Melee. Okay, so we've only got 8 points defending, so we've got a bunch of points to rack up. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 to 8. Remember, it's not a fraction. We have this combat matrix, so we've got target melee value of 8. Attacker value of 26. So they will inflict a morale check if we roll a 6 or less. However, they're in a Hamlet, so they get +2 on the dice roll. We rolled a 3, +2 is a 5. So that means everybody in there is going to have to take morale checks. We've got a B class and a C class, and remember, you always roll all units of all of the units in the hex of a different morale roll separately. So let's roll for the C morale guys first. We rolled a 5, so that's not bad. That's a retreat 2. And the B class rolled a 3, which is a rout. Wonderful. All right, so again, the lower class troops only ended up retreating 2, so we'll go 1, 2 to right there. And I think Robert will go ahead and follow along with them. The B class troops are routing, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they'll just move right into there. But we got to roll their armor. They're on armor class 2, but they went through 1 enemy zone of control. So they're destroyed on a 3 or less. We rolled a 5. They're fine. So they will move into there and buff up Sir Godfrey. And Robert Keith is right there. And we're going to have Phoenix move in there and grab the Dunsworth gold. And that's actually the second time he's plundered. So let's go ahead and give it to that guy right there. And there they can carry it along. Everything's good there. All right, so let's go up here. Now we're going to have 2 different combats going up here. So let's go with Kabosh first. But the Feudals get to do their missile fire first. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're firing into a Lightwoods hex, which is +1. So I got to add 1 to the dice roll. 4 + 1 is a 5. I don't think that's going to do anything for us. Attacker's missile value is a 9. Yeah, that's not going to be anything. So the Feudal missile fire has just not been doing much anything. So, okay, let's take a look at Kabash. His missile 3, 6, 9. That's it. He's got 9. Okay, even though he's got 8 guys there with him, a vast majority of them are not missile equipped. So 9. And they're shooting into open, so no modifier. 4. That might do something. 9 at a 4 is armor class 3 units. Have to check morale. And what do we got? We got armor class 2, armor class 2. We got one armor class 3 guy in there. So let's, and there's no morale modifier for Thomas Bruce. So we've got a 1, which is a route. We cannot route through this. Oh, well, no, yeah, we can route right back to there because that's a hamlet. No, it's not a hamlet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he retreated. Yeah, that's probably the safest way I could go. All right. Since they've routed, we got to see if they're destroyed. They're in armor class 3. They went through 1 zone of control, so 1 through 4, and they're destroyed. 4, they're destroyed. I'm losing feudal units left and right. All right, and then the orcs get to attack, do their melee. And they've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 to 6. And they're in open, so there's no modifier. Let's see, 2. Let's see. Well, no, I shouldn't have even rolled that yet. 18 to 6 is a 4 or less. Well, there you go. So 2. So all units in there have to take a morale check. We've got 2 B-class units in there. So you roll the entire all the Bs together. Whoops! Ah! Balls. The dice of doom fell from the sky. All right. Okay, let's try this again. So they're all B-class units. Rolled a 5. B-class on a 5 is retreat 2. So let's... Oh, I was in the wood. Oh, no, those are those guys. Okay, so retreat 2. So they're just going to go 1, 2, right to here. That would help if you could actually see what I was moving. They were right to here, so they're going to go ahead and retreat back 2 spaces to there. They did not route, so I don't need to check for destruction for them. So yeah, that ends that. And the goblins will move up and occupy the space. Then we're going to go ahead and do this attack here. Let's see, what do we got for missiles? Oh, we got a bunch of A-class units in there, and I don't think they have any missiles. No, I don't. Well, I've got 4 points. So attacking, and they're in light woods. So it's +1 to the dice roll. 5 + 1 is 6. Yeah, that's on that little missile firepower. That's not going to be anything. So we got Murglash then, and let's see. He's got 2, 4. No, he's only got 4 points worth of missile fire as well. And what type of hex are we firing into? I think we're firing up. That's a light wood, so it's going to be a +1. So I don't think. Yeah. Oh well, 1 + 2, or 1 + 1 is a 2 on the 4. So all 3 armor class level 3 units will have to check. And we've got armor class 1, armor class 1, armor class 1, and the cavalry is armor class 2. So no armor class 3 units, so nobody has to check. Now it's the Orc Melee Phase. And we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Versus 4, 8, 9. Tiny, tiny counters. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. All right, so 15. And what did we, whoops. I flicked everybody all over the place, didn't I? And how much did we, whoop, that's not, the king is up there. Oh, there he is. Way off the table. All right, so we've got, let's see, what did the orcs have again? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 to 15. All right, so 18 to 15. They're in the light woods. +1 or, okay, so +1 on the dice roll. We got 3. I shouldn't be rolling that yet. We look at the melee combat table first. So we got attacker 16, defenders 15. So we need a 2 or less. We rolled a 3, +1 for them being in the light woods is a 4, so nothing. Now the return is going to be 15 to 18. So let's take a look at what we got. Attacker, the feudal is 15. Whoops, wrong chart. 15 to 18. I need a, yep, 1 or less. And they are attacking from light wood, so yeah, there's not even going to be any effect. So that was a complete bounce. Nothing happened there. And let's go ahead, and now let's go ahead and deal with the king up here. So feudals get to fire first. We got 4, 8, 9, 10. And the Goblin King is in light wood, so it's going to be a +1 on the dice roll. We rolled a 2, +1 is a 3. On the 10 chart is going to be all armor class 2 or less. So let's take a look at what we got 2 or less armor-wise. Yeah, no, there's not much. There's a small handful of armor 2 guys here. A lot of armor 1 guys with the king. Let's see, and they're all B class. They're all 1 morale. So we've got 6 guys that we have to worry about rolling a morale test for. However, they are stacked with the king, and that is a +2 to the dice roll when rolling for morale. So we got B class units, B class morale, D6 +2, 1, 2, 3. The king did not help much. 3 on a B armor class is a, oh, that's a rout. Wow. So all the B class units in there, which are these 6 guys, absolutely rout. That's not good. That would actually be a huge confidence hit if we were playing the campaign game, because if troops under the king's command run away or even get killed, they take more penalties, because the king's supposed to be the biggest and the bestest and not supposed to they're not supposed to lose the battle. So anyway, so we got 10 hexes. We'll just move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's fine. The problem is, no, I'm not gonna have the king route with them. I've still got troops up here, respectable amount of troops. I'm not gonna pull the king back. So we're gonna leave the king up there with the troops that stayed. The problem is, since those guys routed, now I've got to roll against each one of them, and there's 6 of them there, and I got to roll equal to their armor class or lower. They're destroyed. -1 to the dice roll for any zones of controls that they move through, so they didn't. So I got 6 dice rolls at a 1 or a 2. So there's 1 dead. 2, 3, 4. Should probably pull out some more dice. 5, but I won't. 6. All right, so 1 goblin out of that was killed. I think so far we've only had 2 goblin formations that were killed. We've had like 4 or 5 feudal units. All right, so that was, yeah, that was it. That was melee. Yeah, that was the end of the round. That was the end of combat. That did not turn out the way we wanted it to for the king. So basically, that's going to be it for the goblin's turn. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to see if the Baron shows up. And remember, oh, I didn't see that, honestly. I swear to God. We're going to pull one of these randomly. Go ahead. Like this. And just pull this one, and if it's an ARP, oh, Baron arrives. If it's a Baron, if it's the +1, then he was going to arrive this turn. That's what I decided. So the Baron shows up, which is not good. So, sorry for yawning. Let's bring the Baron on, and I think I come on the roads on the west side. You know what? Let me check just to make sure. Because I don't rightly remember when or where he pops in at, if I can even find it. Plunder, setup, leaders, movement, combat, plunder, safety, multiple casualties, leaders, melee procedure, morale, firing ability, attacker and defender, stacking command and limitations. Alright, pausing quickly while I find this rule. Alright, so the best that I can find is... the marker indicates how many game turns will pass before the Baron's units appear. The fastest is +1 turn, which means if you arrive on the next turn, yada, yada, yada. When arrival turn occurs, as the feudal player moves the Baron's units onto the map, he floops over the marker to prove that this is the proper arrival time. So it really doesn't say where he comes on. He says he enters the board. I would think it would have to come on from the eastern side over here, just because, you know, it's the farthest away. So we're going to assume that. So let's just go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going after the Goblin King. He's a little bit weak, so we're gonna go after him. Okay, let's look at everything else. They're fine. Let's take this guy, move him there. Actually, no. Let's move both units. Yeah, he can carry 4, and there's only 3 units there. So he'll move there. He'll stay there. Should I move him? Yeah, you know what? Let's just slide back a little bit. What do we got over here? He can carry 5. How many he's got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Picking up both of these guys. 7. And then we'll stay right there. A lot of goblins down here. I don't want to move out of there and have them try to flank me. Let's go ahead and take this guy, go 1, 2, and drop off the infantry with him. Let's leave him in there as well. And remember, when you have 2 leaders in there, only the senior most leader actually has any effect on anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the feudal phase. The only combat we have is up here, and they did good last time. So let's go ahead and attack the king, because he is depleted and has no missile units left. All his missile units ran away. Now, granted, he's got a bunch of armor class 1 guys, but none of them have any melee unit or any missile units. So they're going to go ahead and not shoot, whereas then the feudal player will shoot. We got 4, 8, 9, 10, and they're in a light wood. So, +1 on the dice roll. 2 + 1 is a 3. That's going to be something. 10 at a 3 is all armor class 2 or better. Unfortunately, those are all armor class 1 units, so no effect. Then we go into the Feudal Melee Phase, which is 3, 4, 5, 8 against 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So, yeah, 8 to 21. All right. I don't think there's going to be much of anything. 8 to 21. Yeah, it's not even, I shouldn't have even attacked. If I was a little bit smarter with the system, I wouldn't have. Okay, so that means the king is going to attack back. The Goblin King, which is going to be 21 to 8. Which is going to be 21 to 8 is a 5 or less, but it's +2 on the dice roll because they're attacking into Hamlet. So 3, nope, 5, nothing. So no change right there. And that will be it for the feudal turn. And I don't like going very long in my videos, even though the last one was well over an hour. We'll go ahead, and I think one turn is fine. We're going to go ahead and stop here. We're going to move the turn sequence up to turn 4. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section below. And I'll talk to everybody later. See ya!